Assalamu alaikum, ladies. Welcome to day 8 of our 10 skills, 10 days challenge. Can you believe we've come this far? Alhamdulillah. Ladies, you're raising a child who is growing up in a world that often praises independence, but forgets to teach the strength in asking for help. Imagine your child is in the classroom, confused by something, but too scared to raise their hand. Or maybe they're with their friends, feeling overwhelmed, but afraid to speak up. That moment matters because asking for help is a life skill, one that can protect them, empower them, and connect them with others. Today we're going to talk about the skill of knowing that I can't get this thing done by myself. I need an adult to help me. And having the right words to ask for help. When our children are born, they have all the confidence in the world. They think they can conquer everything they want. They can do anything they like. However, with experiences, they learn that they have some limitations. Our job as parents then, to assure them that you can go conquer the world and I'm right beside you in case you needed any help. Then they cry for you to come over to them for help. And you do, you immediately go pick them up and make everything in their small world better just by offering some kisses and some hugs and some kind words. However, sometimes what happens is they start losing some of that confidence. It could be the way we speak to them or the way the world tells them that you're too young, you can't do this. Stop touching that. Stop doing that. Don't do that. You can't do this. So over time, they start asking for a lot of help. And if that happens, the parents are just humans with so many responsibilities. So then sometimes parents start getting overwhelmed and frustrated. Why are you asking me for help? Why are you asking me to do this? I've already taught you this before. You should know this. And if that happens often, the child starts feeling like they shouldn't ask for help, that they should suffer in silence. Now that is detrimental in real world. That puts them in a serious disadvantage out there. So if your child can ask for help in normal everyday scenarios, he doesn't hesitate to come to you for help, and you use an encouraging language with them that encourages them to try it themselves, and if they still can't do it, then you are going to be there to help them. So if you've provided that reliability, that they can come to you for help with anything, then inshallah, they're much more likely to ask help outside as well. And if they already do, if you know they're not shy to speak up in the classroom, that they're not shy to speak up their mind, then well done to you, dear mother. Honestly, mothers, it's not all about how you treat your child that's going to ensure whether they're going to be confident outside or not. It is a combination of things. It could be their temperament, that they're naturally shy, and there's nothing wrong with that. They just need few skills to recognize when they need help, and they need to have words to articulate them to the right person. First, we will talk about normal everyday scenarios. Then we will also talk about some emergency situations. So let's begin. Like we said, that recognizing that you need help is a skill that older people take for granted. But for preschoolers, they have not yet mastered it. So here's how you can teach them how to recognize they need help. For example, number 1, when you feel stuck and don't know what to do next, tell them what it might look like. It might look like you staring at the homework, but not starting. Or just standing around instead of joining in a game. Or watching others do something but not knowing how to join. So teach them. When you ask your brain and it says, I don't know what to do, that's a sign to ask someone you trust. Another scenario, when they're trying something and it's not working, for example, trying to zip a coat or open a snack, trying a math problem multiple times and still confused, or trying to fix a broken toy, and it's not working, so they're feeling more and more upset. How they can recognize that? Tell them, if you've tried again and again and it's still not working, then it is a good idea to ask for help. Another scenario is when you feel left alone or left out. For example, everyone is playing, but you're on the side. You're at lunch, but you don't know who to sit with, or no one is listening when you try to talk. So you teach them, when you feel invisible, that's a reason to speak up because you deserve connection. And grown-ups will help you achieve that. And if one person is not listening, Then walk up to another grown-up who cares for you and try talking to them. Keep talking to more people until somebody listens. Another scenario is when your body feels uncomfortable. For example, you have stomachache, you have itchy skin, your clothes don't feel right, or your head feels heavy or pain in the head. So teach them, if your body feels weird or wrong, don't wait, tell someone. Because your body is always worth listening to. Another example is when you feel big emotions and you can't handle them alone. It might look like wanting to cry, feeling frustrated, or feeling angry and not knowing why, or feeling so nervous that you feel like you might freeze. Then teach them, when your feelings are bigger than your body, then that's your signal that you need support. Ladies, teach them, if I feel stuck, scared, sad, or unsure, I don't have to fix it alone. That means I can ask for help. Another scenario, if your teacher or grown-up explains something to you and you couldn't understand what they mean, or you're not sure you understood what they meant, you ask your brain and it seems confused, it's not clear what you need to do. You can always ask again and say, I'm not sure I understood that. Can you please repeat? So that's about everyday scenarios. Now, going to the emergency scenarios, most kids are told, be careful, don't talk to strangers. But what if they're lost? What if they need to talk to someone? What if somebody is following them? Ladies, sometimes your child's silence can be deadly. Different scenarios need role-playing as well. For example, if a medical emergency arises, and we talked about this in our first aid video, I will link that in the description, inshallah. But the calling for help can be for other scenarios as well. When they're lost, for example, in the mall, or they're lost in a playground and they don't know how to find you, then teach them to look for grown-ups, to look for safe grown-ups to approach. Who are safe grown-ups to approach? For example, parents with their children. Family people are more likely to help. Or you can ask any police person, security guard walking by, people in costumes, like firefighters, they are likely to help you. Ladies, it is very important that your children have their parents' phone number memorized, along with their full name, their address. When they have that number memorized, they can ask any adult, any grown-up to call their parents whenever they're unsafe or lost or in any emergency situation. They should know the words to ask for help. So saying, I'm lost, can you help me find my parents? Or I feel scared, can you call my mother? Someone is following me, please help me. Next, I've also done a video on what to do if your child is being intimately harassed. This is a slide from that video explaining in a child-friendly way on recognizing when they are in danger. And inshallah, I will link that video as well in the description. So teach them how to speak up. Today's challenge will be done. If you've talked to your child about asking for help or role-played any scenario, then please send done in the comments and you will be the winner. How fun is that? All right. Assalamu alaikum.